Over the last year, I kickstarted a lot of Titterpigs, and I was excited to get my hands on all of them, but none of them as much as I was for Stoneburner. Stoneburner comes to us from the creative mind behind Fari VTT. If you recall, I covered that on the channel a while ago. A gentleman by the name of René Pierre Deschaise. I'm gonna get the pronunciation so wrong. And Galen Pajau. Essentially, if you've heard about the game Deep Rock Galactic, this is kind of the Titterpig of that, but even better. In Stoneburner, you are playing a group of dwarves that have inherited a space mine that is probably plagued with demons, and there are other mining companies that are going to get in your way, but you want to get into that mine, loot stuff from it, and build up the settlement on top of the mine, all of which that you've inherited. And it's absolutely fantastic, but maybe one of the things that I really truly appreciate about it the most is out of this whole book right here, this is what encompasses most all of the actual rules of the game. The rest of this is like character options and stuff, tables, and generation options for the stuff that you're gonna find in your mine. That's all there is to it. Now, you might see that it has that few rules and think that this couldn't really be that engaging of a game, but I really promise you that it is. You see, you're gonna pick your player character's kit, which is basically what a class would be in this case. There are a bunch of fun ones to choose from. They're all great. Your character has 3 main stats that are rated by a size of die, and then you get items, which are also going to be rated by a size of die. When you want to accomplish something, use either the stat or one of your items. Roll that 1 die, and if you have a 5 or above, it's a full success. If you have a 3 or a 4, it is a success with a minor consequence, and if you roll a 1 or 2, it's a failure, or still a success but with a major consequence. However, every time after you use one of these stats or one of these items, when you roll that die, it then downgrades to the next smaller die size, capping off at a minimum of a D4. And as you can guess, once you have a D4, you can only get successes with some form of consequence. Now, the really neat thing about this is you can, at any point in time, choose to catch your breath. When you do that, all of your stat dice will pop back up to full. However, by taking a breath, you will have a consequence for that. If you're in the middle of combat, something bad might happen with the enemies, or if you're, trying to get through an area, maybe there's a cave-in or something. Who knows? But if you want to replenish those die, then something narratively interesting has to happen, and I love that. Then, as far as regaining the die for your items, or your resilience, which is your health in this game basically, you need to take a rest of 8 hours, and for that you have to be somewhere safe, which might mean getting out of the mine. It is very much a dungeon delving sort of game, but with mines instead of dungeons. I mean, let's be honest, if we play D&D, half the time you're in a dungeon, it's a mine, right? A mine! The great thing about this game is as you level up and advance, you're gonna, increase the die size of some of your stats and gain other items that you can level up. Some items get used up and then they're gone, but other items, like I said, you can take a rest, build them back up, and you can have, I believe, 6 narratively important items that you can use. But the items, the stats, they all use that same success or fail system, so that's why the rules are so short. It's just that simple. Combat is a wonderful and quick and snappy affair because most things are not going to have all of that much resilience or health, whatever you want to call it. And basically, the player or enemy who initiates combat gets to go first. They decide who goes after them, be it enemy or friend, and you just keep doing that until everyone's gone. The last person to go in a round gets to choose who starts in the next round, including themselves if they want. But frankly, even beyond just, the amazingly simple but so effective rule system, there's also just some really wonderful random world building here. There is no set definition of what your little outpost in mine is going to be like. You're going to randomly generate it and kind of decide as a group, what's in there. And that's exciting. That's wonderful, I mean, yeah, is the general game concept kind of restrictive? Like, you're always going to be dwarves going into a mine with building up your colony? Yes, and that's fine. That's great because it knows exactly what the setting, what it wants to accomplish, and it does it remarkably well. There are these awesome little dice rolls for when you're finding loot, and like the more that you loot an area, the greater the chance that something bad is going to happen, as you basically start with like a D12 looting die, and a 1 or a 2 is something bad happening. But every time you roll to loot, that die degrades, just like the other die do. See, it's that mechanic, it's core, it's there, it just sticks around. Plus, once you sell off all that loot, you can buy all these cool little buildings to upgrade your little village and stuff, which I love that stuff. I can't tell you how obsessed I am with that stuff and how much I've tried to jam it into other systems where it doesn't really work. This is great. Simple, elegant, perfect. Seriously, I cannot recommend checking out Stoneburner enough. I know that currently the PDF is available for sale. Link is down in the description. I'm not getting paid for this. I just really like it. I'm also a big fan of RP. I've chatted with him a number of times. Really stellar person. But yeah, anyway, that's my quick rundown of Stoneburner. Go check it out. If there's enough interest, I hear that RP is even possibly looking at doing another run of, the physical books, which it's a solid little book. Also, can I just give props? Folks, if you're an indie Titterpig developer and you're trying to figure out how to do like really good, effective layout for your book and everything, look at Stoneburner. Get it just to learn how to do really good, effective layout. It's so good. Seriously, with how easy this game is to get a character started, to jump in and start playing with all the random stuff, you don't need any prep for this whatsoever. Stoneburner is going to be one of my go-to, hey, what are we doing tonight? Oh, I don't know. Hey, let's play this games. That's Stoneburner. That is going to be my go-to game for years, I think. And it should be yours as well. Please, go check it out. Support indie developers. They're great. And that's it. This is a totally improvised video. I don't know. I was trying something out. I've tried to record 1 or 2 of these in the past that never really made it anywhere. I guess the Fabula Ultima one, that was kind of scripted. I don't even remember. I don't know. But folks, do you like videos like this? Let me know in the comments, or would you prefer just to see more how to play videos and stuff like that? I am working on one. Guess what it's going to be about? I don't know. You might have trouble seeing the next how to play video. And be careful though, because it's so sharp there in it's Blades in the Dark. I'm working on Blades in the Dark. Bye! There were a lot of Titterpigs released last year that I was very excited about, and I kickstarted a bunch of them, but I don't think I was as excited about any of them as I am about one that's finally out, and that is Stoneburner. Put it upside down. Essentially, if you've heard about the game Deep Rock Galactic,